Hey everybody, it's Dan with Pain For You. Today's topic is, are you overthinking things? And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, if you believe you've got TMS and you are still hyper analyzing and overthinking about every twinge, symptom, sensation that you've got, it is very likely that you are overthinking things. Symptoms will change, symptoms will move, you will feel different things in your body. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, sometimes it's in a different place. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to the type, variety, and location of the symptoms. However, if you understand what TMS is, or what mind-body syndrome is, what's now being called PPD, psychophysiological pain disorder, basically stress illness, if you understand the concept that emotional events cause physical events, and you have done some type of an assessment, whether it be you going through a self-assessment, you reading the books and seeing yourself on every page, connecting the dots between what's gone on in your body and what's been going on in your life and your symptoms, it is very, very likely that you have TMS. And if you accept that, what I will encourage you to do is stop overanalyzing every sensation that you feel. Now, it's very easy for some people, and many people, to get into the mechanical assessment. Well, I feel a pain here, and so I'm going to analyze, did I tweak something, twist something, did I do something? We start researching online, Google, Wikipedia, WebMD, and all these sites. Then we start going on the Facebook groups and searching for back pain groups, back pain support groups, and we hear all this stuff. And we hear doctors telling us, well, you've got this going on here, you've got a minor disc bulge, and now you believe that you're broken and you're kind of screwed and it's just going to go downhill from here. And it's so easy to get caught up in the medicalization, I call it, of the analysis of what's going on and what's causing these symptoms, even if you know about TMS and have done the assessments and have figured out that you've got it. And there's many people I talk to who have actually seen a TMS real medical doctor, like Schubner, like I don't know, Alan Spiegel, like Paul Gouds, Paul Schechter, all sorts of doctors out there, right? And people have been told, yes, you have TMS. They've taken the pain test at on my website, danbuglio.com/pain test. They've scored above a 29 and they're told it's TMS. They've done the assessment at ppdassociation.org/symptoms. And everything comes up TMS, but yet, due to their belief system, their doctors telling them, or perhaps their medical background themselves, I've talked to a couple of nurse practitioners in the past 2 days, and they're very mechanically inclined to analyze everything from a mechanical and structural standpoint. And what I'm encouraging those folks to do, and encouraging you to do also, is to just recognize, if you know about TMS and you've done the assessments and all indications are that you've got TMS, stop the investigation, case is closed, no need to further investigate things. At this point, it simply becomes a matter of feel your emotions, whatever process you'd like to use. I don't prescribe a specific one. And then soothe yourself. Soothing yourself is, I did a video a few days ago, deep breathing, meditation. If you don't like those things, just get outside in nature and pull out a beach chair and sit and look at the squirrels and listen to the birds. Listen to the birds? Yep. So these things are soothing to me, and my go-to is outdoors. And when the weather warms up, I'll be jumping on my kayak and floating around in the water. Those are my soothing activities. So, you know about TMS, you've done the assessments, now you can feel your emotions, and then soothe yourself. But that's not all there is to it. The rest of it is to learn how to quiet your mind, get the mindset dialed in, stop freaking out about the symptoms, take much more of a whatever standpoint, because we can absolutely overthink this thing. We can overanalyze it, and we can, oh no, I've got a new symptom today, now I've got to start all over with that symptom. And you know what? It's all just TMS, folks. It's all just TMS. And so I would really encourage you to decide that if you have TMS and you've gone through that process and figured that out, there's nothing to fix, there's nothing to analyze, there's nothing to do other than become the type of person who feels their emotions, is very good at soothing yourself, and doesn't care about the symptoms, right? That's about as complicated as it needs to be. And I just talked to somebody today who was literally spending hours a day listening to podcasts, listening to my videos. I'm very humbled, but I told her she doesn't need to listen to me all day long. And really, it has taken upon almost a full-time effort of trying to heal herself. But again, if you know what TMS is and you know that your body's actually okay, there's nothing to heal. And we can become very obsessed with and compelled to do so much, and it hasn't worked yet, so I'm going to double down and I'm going to do more. I'm going to journal more. I'm going to journal harder. And look, I read a comment that Dr. Schubner made on his forums, on his website, that says if you've already written about the significant things in your life, meaning your past emotional experiences, your past emotional traumas, stop writing. Writing more falls under the definition of trying too hard. And that's absolutely my overall message is, if you know what TMS is and you know you've got it, this isn't hard. This isn't something you've got to do 6 hours a day. It's simply a matter of accepting deeply that you're okay already. Learn to feel your emotions so you can teach your brain that you're not broken. Know how to take your stress level down, and a lot of that is becoming aware of and choosing not to buy into all of these fearful, worrisome thoughts about your body and your sensations, and just say, well, okay, I got a twinge, no big deal. I'm going to let that thought go by without attaching to it, without feeling like I've got to do something with that, right? And then get the mindset right. Literally don't care what your symptoms are doing. And how is that possible? Because you already know what TMS is and that you've got it and that your body's already fine. Yes, it can be that simple. And I'm hearing all the time from people who say, I'm doing so much better just by taking on that mindset. And look, if you've journaled for 6 months and you've uncovered everything, you might be able to stop journaling and just focus on feeling your emotions on a daily basis. Like, okay, if you get pissed off at work, allow yourself to step into the restroom, make an angry face at the mirror, really feel what you're feeling so that you don't bottle this stuff up and shove it aside and push it into the subconscious where it builds up and accumulates, right? Again, this stuff is not as complicated as you think, and by overthinking it, we overcomplicate it and we feel we need to do everything we can to solve this problem. But what if it's not a problem at all? What if you're not really broken and that you just think you are? And that's what I'm encouraging you to do is shift your perspective dramatically to stop thinking this is a problem you need to fix. We can get so obsessed with fixing ourselves, and that comes from a place of believing that we're all screwed up and we're broken and we need to fix it. And it's very possible we can go from believing that our body is broken to learning about TMS, and now some people, many people, come to believe that I'm broken mentally. My brain is causing this. I'm really messed up. And now we get into this whole kick of I've got to fix my brain and my thinking and everything else. And I'm telling you, relax, you're actually okay already. What if you actually didn't have to fix yourself? And you look around and you realize, I'm safe. I'm already okay. And maybe it's the thinking that you're broken, the thinking that you've got a mental problem you've got to fix, the thinking that you constantly need to be working on yourself. Maybe that's part of the problem. And if you remember the video from yesterday where I was talking about, how to learn to love yourself, it's taking all those limiting beliefs and all that bullshit judgment, self-hatred, and throw it out. Get rid of it. And so I believe we can absolutely overthink this entire process, which is why I keep on being repetitive in the message, which is why I keep on simplifying this. This is not a complicated process. The brain works the way it works, and if you can shift your focus away from the pain, the brain's eventually going to get the message that, hey, this isn't important, and it can loosen up those neural connections that have perhaps been keeping the pain going. So please, please realize that overthinking this, overanalyzing this, is actually what could be keeping things persistent and going on. And that by deciding, and it is a decision, deciding that you're actually okay, and accepting that TMS is the cause, and accepting that emotions are safe, and just committing to, allow yourself to feel your emotions on a regular basis, you're going to be okay. So guys, gals, I love you. Please do what you can to stop overanalyzing this. Simplify it, break it down, decide you're already okay, and that you don't need to spend 6 hours a day working on yourself. If you truly believed, I'm all right, there's nothing to fix, what would you do with your life? What would you do today? Would you hang out with your kids? Would you call your mother? Would you go hang out with your brother? Would you do whatever? Do that. Get back to work. Realize that you're okay. You can handle the work stress. Returning to work does not mean that your symptoms are going to come racing back at you. It's not as complicated as often we all make it out to be. And trust me, I overcomplicated things for 13 years, and it took me a long time to figure this shit out. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing it with you guys and gals, so that you don't have to take 13 years to get better. You can embrace this stuff. Calm down, calm your thinking, stop believing you're broken, because you're not, and you will be very pleasantly surprised at how quickly you can get better. So please, please stop overthinking things. And with that, I will see you guys and gals in the next video. Love you. See you later.